I don't know where you've been, but you're gonna respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Keisha Monroe is suing Lorraine Bennett in the amount of $9,500.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Ms. Monroe claims her son's school bus driver put her hands on him and says when she stepped in to protect her child, the driver shoved her to the ground and she needed medical care.
State your name, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Keisha Monroe.
Ma'am.
Lorraine Bennett.
All right, and you are suing the defendant for $9,500, alleging she owes you this money for attacking you?
Yes.
All right. How do you all know each other?
I live in Riverside, California. She is a new bus driver on our route, and it just went from there with her disrespect of me and my child.
Okay. Tell me about it.
So anyways, I come to the school to pick up my son, and he's frantic. He tells me that Miss Bennett has put her hands on him. I come to confront her. Why would you... I would be frazzled.
Had he ever complained about her?
He has not complained about her.
What did he say happened?
I confronted her, asking her why
I said, what did he say happened?
Oh, he said that she put her hands on him.
That's all he said?
Yeah,
he didn't explain anything?
No, he said that everybody
All right, why don't you explain then what she may be talking about? Her son didn't tell her what happened. He just said you put your hands on him. He didn't tell her why. He didn't give any explanation, she says. So you want to discuss it? I thought she might have asked her son, even if he didn't. Baby, what happened?
He said all the kids.
No, he didn't say anything.
He said all the kids were making noise on the bus.
Don't yell over me.
Oh, sorry, sir.
You couldn't give me an answer. And so that's why I went to her.
Okay.
And now that I'm trying to get the answer out of her, you start yelling. All right, proceed.
Your Honor, per the handbook of the school, which I've been working at for 15 years, it says if any student is unruly or they're bullying, that the faculty is supposed to physically separate them, which is exactly what I did. And this is not the first.
Separating what? You all got to give me some more facts than this. I can't get the facts out of you either. What is this about?
Sorry, Your Honor. Her son has been unruly, has been cursing, yelling, disrupting the school bus.
How often?
Often, about at least almost every single time he's on the bus.
What type of disruption?
Screaming, yelling, cursing, throwing things out the window, putting his hands on other students.
How many times have you asked over the years for him to stop?
Numerous times, and I've reported him to the school.
There you go. That's my next question.
And they have reached out to her several times. I've submitted evidence to show that I've reached out to her personally.
Okay, so let's get back to this particular incident.
So on this particular day, he was screaming and yelling. He's been displaying behavioral issues from day one, ongoing, and she's been notified. And again, I had
the day in question,
the day
what
in
happened?
question,
What was he doing?
He was screaming obscenities. He was just...
At whom?
At other students, at me, at passerbyers from the window. It was just out of control.
What was he doing that for people he don't know? Just strangers?
That's the same questions I've been asking. And the concern was that she hasn't been addressing this at home because she's fully aware of his behavioral issues, Your Honor.
We'll see. She said she didn't know. She didn't know what happened here. She said he wouldn't tell her what happened. All he said is she put her hands on me. That's all she said he said. So now that she's learned some of the details, I'll let you talk now. What do you want to tell me?
So I received one email about my child being disrupted.
How long ago?
This was about 6 months ago, but this was during...
What did they say your child did? Did they tell you?
They didn't. They just said that
they
he was
didn't
being...
either. Nobody tells you stuff.
He said he was being disruptive. They didn't say exactly what, but he was being disruptive.
You didn't ask?
I did. He said that all the kids were singing songs on the bus, but she singled him out. She kept singling him out over and over, and they were just singing regular songs that they learned on the playground.
That's what the school told you?
No, that's what my child told me.
No, the school describes the disruption. They tell you what he was doing to disrupt.
They said he was making loud, disruptive noises. When I asked him what noises was he making, he said they were singing songs they learned on the playground. So this was normal. But she kept singling him out of all the other kids.
Why do you think
That's
that
not
is?
true.
I mean,
Because she's not a good mom.
she's just unprofessional. She should not have a position working with children if she can't handle small conflict with
I'm
children.
asking you to tell me what she did, other than this incident. I'm saying
She physically removed.
I said other than this incident. We're talking about other incidents, right?
I actually never got any emails about.
No, we're talking about one right now.
Oh yeah, but prior to this, I never knew there was a problem that was.
No, we're talking about one you did. You just told me about another problem. You said they notified
I got
you.
one email.
Hold on, ma'am.
I got one
Ma'am,
email.
listen, when
Okay.
I talk, you do that.
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Cute didn't work for your
I'm so
son,
busy.
and it ain't gonna work for you.
I'm a healthcare worker. I work 60, 80 hours a week.
You're a healthcare worker?
Yes, and so.
Hold on.
And later,
Pardon me?
Financial. I'm not in the financial situation where I could.
Oh,
I
have you
barely-
ever been in one?
Not really. No,
So
sir.
why do you keep doing that? Why did you abandon your child?
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Keisha Monroe, who is suing Lorraine Bennett for assault and battery.
They told you it was disruptive. Your son told you all they were doing is singing. You say you think she's picking your son out to give him a hard time. Why do you think she's picking your son out of all the children? Why does she want to pick on your
Why
son?
would I do that?
Because he's cute.
Oh, okay. All right.
All the
Good
kids are
enough. Thank you. All right. Anything else before I get rid of this case? I don't have time to play games.
Your Honor,
Talking
I
about 'cause
submitted
he's cute.
evidence,
Now you're trying to make a fool out of me. Go ahead.
I've submitted emails which she's responded to. She's fully aware of his behavioral issues. And I've also submitted footage of him.
Let me see that, please. The emails, and then we can watch
I've
the
submitted
footage.
of him screaming and yelling on the bus on the day of the incident. This is the email.
She said you're
That
picking on her
directly-
son because he's cute. So you go out your way to pick on him. Miss Moore, we
Absolutely.
received 2 complaints, she said only one, about Malik's behavior on the school bus. He is consistently refusing to sit down, stay in his seat, and believe he's acting as a bad influence on the other students. The email constitutes an official warning. Please handle this situation at home. Did you read that, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
All right. So why did you tell me all they told you was that it was noisy disruption?
Because that's what
why
he
did you
told
say
me,
that?
so that's what I.
No, you said you read this.
Yeah, I did.
Then-
This
then
was 6
ma'am,
months ago,
hold on.
sir.
If you read this, why did you tell me they only said that it was noisy disruption, when in fact they said several things? Why did you do that? Yeah, I know.
That's what I
smiling.
remembered, sir.
Cute
It's been
didn't.
six-
Hey,
it's
cute
been
didn't
six-
work for your
I'm so
son,
busy.
and it ain't gonna work for you.
I'm a healthcare worker. I work 60, 80 hours a week.
You're a healthcare worker?
Yes, and so.
Hold on. How many times has your son gone to counseling?
Well, since this incident, frequently.
No, before that.
He did not go to
Okay,
counseling.
because they warned you. They had already told you before this incident several times, and you took no action.
I was handling being a new single mother, so
gotcha.
I was hoping that her as a bus driver could help offload
Let
some
me
of
just
the.
tell you this:
My job.
what I'm seeing and hearing about your son are things that will get him killed. Who she says yells out the window at people, et cetera, strangers, maybe a street hoodlum one day who says he disrespected me from that bus. Pow! That's how it go. Oh my goodness.
A child being a child.
Okay,
A
Absolutely.
child being a child.
got it. What do you want money for?
My emergency bill, because it escalated to a physical altercation and I had to be escorted to the emergency room. My hospital visit not only cost me 2 days off of work, but it was $2,596.25. She put her hands on me. She
Okay,
threw
that's
me
all
on the
same thing
ground.
you did the last
she
time. Put his hands on me.
She
You
put
want to
her
give me
hands
some
on me,
details?
and it's a
Ma'am, do you
viral
want to
video.
give me some details or not?
I walked up to her after I picked up my son on the bus, from the bus, to ask her what happened. So one thing led to another, and her not listening to exactly what I'm saying, that it's not okay in any circumstances for you to put your hand physically on my child. One thing led to another, and now I'm on the ground and I'm in the hospital with bruises.
One thing led to another, and you ended up on the hospital. Once again, you don't want to give me details, so I'm going to rely on hers. Give me the details, please.
Your Honor, I have the handbook from the school that states that what type of behavior we expect from the students. I run a very strict bus route. It states here that the faculty may be required to physically separate students, and they may be sent home or placed in school suspension. And I've also submitted a video because we went.
Let me see that, please, what you have that you were reading from that says you all
Here's
can
the
physically
handbook.
restrain.
Here's the handbook rules of what the students are
So I
expected
guess,
to behavior.
yeah, I
And
guess
also-
they would allow you to pull a kid off another kid who's beating them. I would hope.
Exactly.
I would hope you're allowed to do that.
And not to mention, I also submitted video footage of the incident where she physically attacked me, actually.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Let's make this real quick. Let's see.
I will be contacting the board about your behavior because I bet you it's not just my child. I've worked in healthcare for 10 years. I've worked with people. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility over children just to be a little more professional. But you don't look like you got that in you, though. You don't look like you don't look like you got that in
You
you.
assaulted her. Boom. There go the assault. Boom. You assaulted her. I just saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. No, I don't need any more details that you can't give. You're over talking like you over talking me. And she kept talking. So nobody could hear anybody. You all steady talking. You even were pointing. I said, okay, maybe that point is provocative. Now, if that's what caused you to slug her, I might have said, well, that pointing finger should not have caused you to feel in danger of physical. But when you put your hands on her, nobody's lying on your son. And as a healthcare professional, you should have at least gone to get him checked out, and you didn't. Have a good day, and no money for you. Case dismissed.
Thank you,
All
Your Honor.
rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Maybe next time you'll learn your lesson and to learn how to be a better mother.
You can't comment on my mother's
I
skills,
can.
but what
I've been
go to the
taking care of children
board.
for 15 years.
Coming up,
You put your job ahead of her and disappeared on her, and mama put the dope ahead of her. Go ahead.
I mean, that's just how it happened. My mother ended up raising her, you know, to be the woman she is today.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Dana Cassidy is suing Brett Gordon in the amount of $2,500. Miss Cassidy claims her estranged father promised to cover the cost of a more expensive casket for her grandmother's funeral and says he backed out when the bill came due.
State your name,
Dana Cassidy.
sir.
Brett Gordon, Your Honor.
All right, and ma'am, you're suing the defendant for $2,500, alleging he owes this money for breaching a promise to share in funeral expenses, correct?
Correct.
Start with you.
This man here is technically my father, but we have no relationship. He's
Your
been
father by birth?
biologically. Yeah. He's been a traveling musician most of his life, so he was never around. The first time I met him was when I was 13 years old, after my mother had passed.
What would your mother tell you about him?
My mother was an addict. We were often homeless, so my memories with my mother are foggy. She wasn't always very coherent. She died when I was 13, and his mother, my grandmother, is the one who really took me in and raised me from the time I was 7 on. And she passed recently, and so I called my father.
You didn't know your dad. Let him talk about that.
Your Honor, like she was saying, I wasn't in her life whenever she was being raised. Her mother was on drugs and stuff real bad and just bounced her from home to home. And I was a traveling musician, so I'm on the road a pretty good bit myself. And
So yeah, both y'all you put your job ahead of her and disappeared on her, and mama put the dope ahead of her. Go ahead.
I mean, that's just how it happened. My mother ended up raising her, you know, to be the woman she is today.
Okay. How many years have you all had a relationship?
I don't think I've ever had a relationship with my father.
Coming up,
I didn't suggest that we spend more money. I suggested that my mother would probably prefer the wooden
Oh, and you
casket.
didn't know it cost more.
No, I didn't know it cost no more until she
And
sent
she
me the
didn't
invoice.
tell you.
I told him.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Dana Cassidy, who is suing her father, Brett Gordon, for breach of agreement.
Like in the last year?
There were moments where I thought we could build a bridge, but I wouldn't
So there's
consider
never
it a
been a time
relationship.
where you all talked at least once a month.
No. Yeah, I could probably count on my
Okay.
hands how many times I've seen my father.
So
in my
what
life.
happened here?
So when my grandmother passed, I called my father to let him know, even though we don't have a relationship.
His mother.
It is his mother. I told him when the funeral was. He asked if he could stay with me, and I agreed because it was this semblance of hope that we might be able to have some sort of relationship. A few weeks later, he called me to confirm all the plans. He asked me how funeral planning was going. During that conversation, the casket came up. My grandmother had set aside $5,000 for her funeral expenses. So during this conversation with my father, I explained that I had chosen a metal casket because that's what fit within this $5,000 budget. He expressed that he felt we needed a wooden casket because he felt that that would be what my grandmother wanted. He said to me, "No problem, I'm happy to help." I took that as agreement that he wanted to pay for the additional
Yeah, that's
expense.
what you all were talking about, right?
Right.
All right.
A few days later, I got the invoice. I sent it over to my father, thanking him for offering to cover those extra expenses, and he responded saying that he never agreed.
Let me hear from you, sir.
Yes, sir. I never agreed to pay for anything because I knew my mother had set aside the money to pay for her funeral herself. And I just said that she would have preferred the wooden casket because she was a religious woman and that would bring her closer to earth.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. So you want me to believe that you suggested we spend more money on my mother's casket?
No, sir. I didn't suggest that we spend more money. I suggested that my mother would probably prefer the wooden
Oh,
casket.
and you didn't know it cost more?
No, I didn't know it cost no more until she
And
sent
she
me the
didn't
invoice.
tell you?
She
I
sent me
told
the
him.
invoice.
Okay, you told him.
In that
Yeah, he didn't bother to ask.
In that conversation, I explained to him that the wooden casket was an upgrade, that it would cost more.
Why
and
wouldn't
that
you
I
want
could
to
not
help?
cover it.
It's your
I
mother.
wouldn't want to help, Your Honor, but
Pardon
I'm not in the financial situation where I could.
Oh,
I
have
could
you ever been in one?
Not really. No,
So
sir.
why
I
do you
haven't.
keep doing that? Why did you abandon your child for a career that you never made any headway in? And then when she wants you to help your mother, you ditch her and run off. You're a poor excuse for a father. I'm so proud of you, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Shame on you. Judgment for the plaintiff. I believe he said he would help pay, and I believe he meant $2,500. Have a good day.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $2,500.
I'm grateful that the judge ruled in my favor.
Well, I just don't see how he ruled in your favor when I didn't agree to pay any money for the casket.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.